Okay, so I don't have to report downstairs until 5:20. I woke up at 3 a.m. because I wanted to devote the first hour to getting ready and having my first cup of coffee. And then the second hour, it's 3:15 now. I'm sorry, it's 4:16 now. The second hour, just relaxing before I get ready for this long work day. So I'm having my second cup of coffee. I'm going to eat my breakfast and have ample time to do that. My breakfast this morning is 2 hard-boiled eggs. And just relax. I didn't want to rush. I went to bed at 10 p.m. last night and slept until 3 a.m. So I got a good 5 solid hours of sleep. With me, like, I only need 5-6 hours. I can do fine on that. Like, that's just normally how many hours of sleep that I operate on. But the night before I did like sleep a long time, but I did take a Z-Quil only because with the whole time zone thing, I don't like to take those often because they leave me groggy, but I did take one Z-Quil, one tiny little tablet, and that like knocked me out, and I think I must have had like 9 hours of sleep. But it left me groggy because when I first woke up, I had to just fall back asleep, and because I didn't have to set an alarm, I think I slept for another hour and a half. But yeah, so today, right now, shortly, this headboard, oh, I knocked my head solid on it, so I have to be careful because it hurt. I felt like a sting when I hit it. So shortly, I'm going to be going from San Diego to Phoenix, which is a pretty short flight. Then I'm going Phoenix to Orlando. It's going to be near my future home after my move, and then Orlando to Miami, and then that will wrap up this 3-day trip, and tomorrow I start a new 3-day trip. Okay, it is 5 a.m. and I'm going to head downstairs. Report time again is 5:20, but remember, if you were on time, then you were late, so anything could happen. I'm on the 8th floor. The elevators could not be working, which would mean that I'd have to carry my luggage down. But all right, so it's time to work now. Let's go. Time to fly in the sky. So early, I probably have to be so quiet. I'm just going to sit here quietly until it's time to go. My goodness, guys, the craziest thing happened. So I left my cell phone in the van on the way to the airport, and the driver took off. The captain was so nice. He called the hotel, arranged for the van driver to give my cell phone to the next pilots that he was picking up, and those pilots came and brought it to my gate. I found my phone. I made it to Phoenix. Passengers have declined. I have a few minutes, keeping the same airplane. Catering is on board, and they're loading us up with the new catering, and then I will go to the back and get everything set up, and then see you in Orlando next. I made it to Orlando, and what happened in San Diego was I left my cell phone in the van that drove us to the airport very early, and I didn't realize it until I was in the airport that I did not have my cell phone. So the captain called the hotel, had the hotel call the driver driver searched the van and found the phone, and the captain had the driver send the cell phone with the pilots that the driver was picking up next, and then those pilots brought it to the gate. And so I got my cell phone back on time. Otherwise, I don't know, I would have had to pay to have it FedExed, and I guess I would have had to have gone to Arizona, because I start another 3-day trip tomorrow. I'll be in Ecuador, and then Curacao, and then Charlotte. So yes, thank goodness it all worked out. So this is MCO. This is the Orlando airport. I have an hour and 30 minutes sit time. Actually, my sit time might be less than that, because we have to board before. Can you see all the different trains? They remind me of the monorail. Okay guys, so I made it back to Miami around 8 o'clock. All in all, my final thoughts for this trip were, it was fairly easy. First day was fine. It was one long trip. Then I had a 30-hour layover in San Diego, which was amazing. Today it was San Diego to Phoenix, Phoenix to Orlando, then Orlando to Miami. We had some weather on the little leg that should have been the easiest, Orlando to Miami. So a little bit of delays, but things that were out of our control, like weather. And that was it. So that was the only little hiccup, but like I said, it's out of our control. But that's it. This day is coming to an end. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Again, thank you for watching, and if you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. All right, until next time, I need to get some sleep. Tomorrow, I am going to Ecuador.